Well, hello everyone. Derek from Damn Defiant Wrestling here, and I am excited to say that we are 5 matches deep out of 7 on the Grand State Wrestling joint show known as Starrcade, and all I can say is I hope you guys have been enjoying the action so far, and all I can add to that is that hopefully not just this matchup that you are about to see, but the main event between Edge and Christian going head to head with Motor City Machine Guns will not disappoint as well. Dragon Lee, he's got a little bit of a goal in mind here, and I don't think he's going to stray far away from that idea in his head. He needs this W. He has not had a single win in Damn Defiant Wrestling since his debut, going head to head with Cody Rhodes in the American Nightmare Open Challenge, and Will Ospreay, who suffered a similar fate to this man. Well, if I'm going to be quite honest, he's seen a little bit of success since that first ever loss. And well, Will Ospreay is the #1 contender for the Intercontinental Championship. And well, Dragon Lee, if he can beat him here tonight on Starrcade, you would think maybe he could add himself into that title picture, as we're getting a little bit of a grapple war to start this off. And well, what a beautiful little sequence between the two men here, but it ends with a super kick from Dragon Lee as he bounces off the ropes and hits Will Ospreay with a DDT so stiff it sent him flying out of the ring. And well, Will Ospreay, he pulled himself up and he just eats a tope suicida from the bottom rope by Dragon Lee as well. Dragon Lee might have hurt himself a little bit here. Referee Jay Stifler, the GOAT of the referees here, the only referee we've realistically ever had, he is administering his count as well. He made it up to 5 as Dragon Lee and Will Ospreay are finally making their way back into the ring. And well, what is Dragon Lee looking for here as he turns in and he delivers a beautiful moonsault and he kicks straight up out of it as he nails Will Ospreay with a DDT, something we seen at Armageddon between these two, Rob Van Dam and Konosuke Takeshita. And well, a beautiful brainbuster being administered by Will Ospreay as he went in for the cover and he did not get the pin. Will Ospreay is moving a million miles a minute as he goes up to the top and he does a nice little twist in midair, landing a moonsault on Dragon Lee, and he immediately goes right back in for the cover, but Dragon Lee kicks out. Dragon Lee knows he needs this victory here tonight. And well, even though Will Ospreay is in the driver's seat, he did not have control for long as Dragon Lee got out of that, delivered a super kick for good measure, and then gave Will Ospreay a German suplex, sending him flying into the corner over nearby my announcer's table. And well, what is Dragon Lee looking to do here as Will Ospreay threw him over the top? But that might have been the wrong choice as Dragon Lee tripped him up and gave him a big boot to the face and then follows it up with a running drop kick. Well, Will Ospreay was seated in the corner, but Will recovers quickly. He jumps to the top rope but got tripped up as Dragon Lee jumps in with a double diving foot stomp, and he just rolls through and kicks up out of it as he drags Will Ospreay into the center of the ring. He didn't get him into the middle, quite frankly, but he was not close to the ropes, and even though he wasn't, he did manage to kick out of it. But now Dragon Lee has him in the center of the ring after delivering a deadlift powerbomb right in the middle of that ring. But Will was not giving in, and speaking of not giving in, he delivered a beautiful kick to the back of the head of Dragon Lee, and he just delivered another one to the chest of Dragon Lee. I don't even know exactly what he calls that handstand spinning kick, but at the end of the day, it did not earn him the victory as of just yet. As well, now Will Ospreay, what is he looking to do as he's on the top rope with Dragon Lee? He can't waste any time like earlier, but Dragon Lee reversed that Hurricane Rana attempt. He goes for an Oz cutter, and Dragon Lee just reversed that too. And what is Dragon Lee doing as he just dropped Will Ospreay right on top of his head? And will Dragon Lee get it? He does not. But that reminds me of the Moonlight Drive by John Morrison as well. He just went in for that vertical suplex power bomb and nailed every bit of it. And while it did not get him the victory, just like the deadlift power bomb from earlier, but Dragon Lee, he could be going for Operation Dragon. And Will Ospreay, he hit the hidden blade out of nowhere. That's what got him the victory in the first match. And Dragon Lee kicked out of it. Dragon Lee defying the odds here tonight as Will Ospreay, he has one move he knows will guarantee end it, and it is the Tiger Driver 94. And well, the referee stops the pin as Dragon Lee got his foot on the rope. And well, that just keeps him barely alive. But Will Ospreay, he says, I will not show mercy as he goes for a beautiful handspring backflip moonsault to the outside. At least I hope that was called correctly, as I can't even believe my eyes as referee Jay Stifler administering another count for the second time here in this match. Will Ospreay goes for a springboard shooting star, and Dragon Lee, he got the knees up. Dragon Lee went right to the corner and runs out of it for an Operation Dragon and nailed every bit of it as Will Ospreay lands on the back of his head, and he did not kick out. Dragon Lee earns his first ever victory in DDW history here at Grand State Wrestling Starrcade. Thank you, my boy, for letting us be on the card. But up next, we've got Darby Allin versus Juice Robinson, and in the main event, we've got ENC versus Motor City Machine Guns.